podcast. Hey Ellie, how you doing, girl?
Hey girl, hey everybody, I'm good. Guys, you know we come to you with energy when we record this on the weekend. Like it's a weekend. we're clearly having very different experiences this weekend, just based on the way we're looking, if you're watching this right now. But yeah, I'm good. It's a 3-day bank holiday weekend. When you guys hear this, it'll be a cheeky Monday. You won't be having to work. Delightful. No complaints from me. Week was good. How about you, darling?
My week was awful.
Oh no.
But it was my fault. It's all my fault. By the way, the struggles of living on your own. I can't close the back of my dress. So
Oh no.
I have to wait till I meet one of my friends to close it because I've been bending my back. Also, there was a pigeon that came into my living room this morning because the window's open.
As in, straight into the house.
As in, into the house. I was brushing my teeth and I was like, what's that sound? I came in, there's a pigeon in my living room. It shat twice. Yeah.
Wait, it was flapping. Was it flapping or just walking?
It was, so it walked in and then it was trying to get out, but because I've got the sliding doors.
Yeah.
Like an idiot, it was trying to go through the closed sliding door. So it was flying into it, poof, and that's how I noticed it was in here. So then it shat on the sliding door sill.
Oh, that's awful.
And I was like, oh my God, get out. Like, this way. And then it went into the crack, so it got stuck between each of the sliding doors.
Oh.
I had to open the sliding door to let it out because it was all squished in. And then it, went back out. But
this is terrible.
No, it was a nightmare. I was like, what the hell is going on? But
I would actually cry.
Yeah, it was, yeah.
It's funny you should say that because we've got a cat. It's not even a cute cat. It's just like, the standard black and white cats?
Yeah.
And it keeps trying to come into my house. The other day it entered my house because I had the back door open because obviously this week's been hot, innit?
Yeah.
And I was like, get out. And then last night, me and Billy are watching TV and we had just cooked. So the window was open in the kitchen. Fucking climbed through the kitchen window, was putting his paw on my sink. I said,
you better get out.
Been. So gross, man. Yes, now I can't even leave my back door open or my window open unsupervised.
Yeah, that's the thing. I literally left it for 5 seconds for me to brush my teeth.
A pigeon is wild.
I know. It was scary. But this is the perils of living on your own. I have to deal with this shit by myself.
I'd actually make Ed cry. Because imagine you scare it and it goes all the way around your living room.
That's why I was like, what if it starts flying around me? It goes into my room. Oh my! Then I'd have to set the whole place on fire because what do you mean?
Yeah, and they're so dirty of all things. Not a nice parakeet, if parakeet. If one of those came into my house, bruv, I'm putting that in a cage and keeping it. Do you know what I mean? But not a pigeon.
But apparently, pigeons used to be domesticated.
That's grotty.
And then people just left them, and that's why they've become
feral.
Feral, yeah, which is so sad.
I don't feel that bad. They're so gross. But how was the rest of your week, my dear? It sounds not great. I mean, we were voicing it back and forth, very unproductive.
Yeah, guys, I told you last week that procrastination was just attacking me, and the consequences of my actions is that I just had so much work to do this week. It's literally my own fault. No one should feel sorry for me, and I shouldn't. We're
all human. We're all human.
Oh, yeah, but sometimes make better human decisions. I was writing a report yesterday on a Friday night till
That's
when did I message you? It was nearly midnight or something.
Mate, it was late.
Yeah.
It was. I'm so proud of you, by the way. If that was me, I'm sorry, I would have sacked it off.
But I am not proud of, because I was like, oh, good, I'm getting shit done. And I was like, you should have got this shit done last week. I'm not proud of myself.
But that's just not how we function. It's just, we need a little bit of pressure.
Yeah, man, I do. I actually do. But anyways, got that out of the way. I went to a conference this week at...
How was it?
It was really good, actually. But it was at this hotel called the Peninsula Hotel in Hyde Park Corner. You've definitely gone past it. You've definitely gone past it. And when I say, you walk in, there's the lobby, and then you walk through and there's a driveway, and there's Ferraris and Lamborghinis.
Sorry, you've entered the lobby and now you're seeing car.
Yeah, because you enter the lobby and then there's a road which is just for the hotel.
What?
Yeah, it's mad. And then you go through the little driveway, and then there's like the actual hotel is there.
Wow.
It was mad. And then I went in and I went to the bathroom, and the bathroom, Ellie, I need to send you the video. I don't know, can we put videos on these things?
Girl, you are my IT technician, my social media manager. Like, I don't know what my purpose is here.
If we can, I'll add the video of the bathroom, because this bathroom is insane. Like, it's actually crazy.
Oh, I love that for you.
Yeah, it was mad. But yeah, the conference was good. But again, because you're at a conference, it means you get nothing done.
It's true, you lose a whole day.
You lose a whole day. So that was another reason for my late night last night. But other than that, I'm feeling positive. I'm not feeling negative Nelly. So I'm good. How are you?
Literally no complaints from me. This week, I could have been more productive. Let's be real. I could have. I worked from home a lot this week, which is so weird. Because I started my week Monday. I'm going in on Mondays now to kickstart my week because I cannot be trusted at home.
Facts.
Yeah, I don't know what's happened. Used to be proper like little homebody. But I went in on Monday, then I went in on Tuesday, then I worked from home Wednesday. I was meant to go back in on Thursday, but I couldn't because we have an issue with our boiler, so someone came round. So Wednesday and Thursday were a bit, like, my screen time's quite high. Let's just say that.
Yeah.
And then Friday I was in Manchester. Cheeky money, trip to money.
Oh yeah, how was that?
Yeah, no, it was fine. 4 hours there, 4 hours back. It was long.
It takes 4 hours to get there.
Yeah, from door to door, because I live in Essex, innit? So I'll go get the train to Liverpool Street, go walk to the station, everything else. It's only 2.5 hours from Euston. But yeah, so that was long, but fine. Did all my inspection notes, and then came home and my stupid pictures weren't uploading, so I worked till like 8. But it wasn't that deep. I was just laying on the sofa doing it, and then I was meant to clean my house, and I just chilled. So now I'm having a cleaning day today. I am deep cleaning.
Are you?
Like spring clean vibes.
Nice.
Which I'm ready for. And then obviously, hence the way I'm dressed, I'm going to go to the gym. And then Billy's at my sister's doing some bits and bobs, so I'm going to go join them and get a cheeky takeaway.
Oh, sounds gorgeous.
Where are you off to today? You look stunning.
So today is Joanna's engagement party.
Oh my gosh, how fun!
I know. I can't believe it. Like, literally this time last year we were living together, and now she's like about to get married.
That is insane. Oh, that's so exciting. What are they doing?
I think it's like it's like a sip and paint vibes, arts and crafts.
Love
stuff,
that.
Charcuterie board kind of vibe. Yeah.
Wait, is this her hen with all the girls or with everyone?
No, this isn't a hen. This is just an engagement party, but I think it's just her girls that would be part of the hen group, not like his friends as well.
Yeah. Oh, cute. That's lovely. That's so nice.
Yeah. It's very grown up. I'm like, gosh, all around me, bitches getting married, buying houses.
Madness. We're old. Sometimes I look at my sister. So I was on the phone to her this morning, and at my age, she had 2 kids. Could you imagine, Maggie?
No, I couldn't.
2 kids. She had 2 kids in her own house or own flat. How old was she? Maybe like 22, 21. I don't know. I can't remember. Insane. Like, absolutely mad. I am a child.
I am a child.
Yeah. But to those that have kids, well done. I don't know where you get the energy from. It's very impressive.
The thing is, though, it makes sense. Like, this would be the time to do it because you have the most energy now because you're youngest you'll ever be.
But like, deep, you had to work last night. You wouldn't be able to do that. The child needs to be fed.
But maybe I'd be more responsible and I wouldn't procrastinate as much.
I just don't see that life for me. I am a procrastinator. I think it is in my DNA.
Yeah, no, facts, unfortunately.
It's a hard life. But yeah, no more to tell. I am just super excited for this chilled weekend. I really need it. I've been doing too much. Like, just nice and relaxed. Yes. Should we jump straight into it then? Before you have to pop out?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's start with our favourite feature of the pod in this week's episode of Being a Dumb Bitch. So, I was presenting in a team meeting with the contents of my laptop displayed for all on a massive screen when my colleague messages me, "I'm over today. Shall we slip off at lunch and go to the pub?" That's my kind of colleague.
That's my kind of colleague.
That's my kind of vibe. Which would have been fine, as my team have a good sense of humour. And on a sunny Thursday, most people will be in the pub anyway. This person definitely works in London. But she followed it up with, and we can invite X, so he can pay for all our drinks.
Oh my God.
I'm actually dead. With X being my teammate and being in the room. I felt terrible because he honestly does always pay for our drinks. And now he's going to think we use him. The room was very awkward after that, as you can imagine.
He's not going to think, he's going to know now that you use him.
That's not a vibe. I couldn't let someone pay for my drink. Unless I know they're expensing it. Like they're actually like putting it through the company. I would never let someone pay for my drinks. That's so cruel. Money is hard to earn, you know.
I know, and drinks in London are so expensive. Even what the cheapest thing you can get is a pint, maybe, and that's still like £8 these days.
Yeah, minimum.
Even the non-alcoholic ones.
Yeah, mate, that's so peak.
But that brings a good point, though, of like, because I remember when I joined, and when I was more junior, the managers and stuff would buy our drink. Not all of them, but like they'd buy at least one drink for us. And that, like, whenever I tried to like buy one back, they were like, no, like, please don't, like, whatever. And they would always judge people who are more senior than them for not buying drinks for the juniors. Yeah. So what's it like at your firm?
Everyone expenses everything. So
you guys are going to get caught one day. Like, that's not allowed, surely.
It's client drinks, you know? No, you are allowed to expense drinks with clients. So we never really have to buy our own drinks. Mm-hmm. So it's never an issue. Like the heads, if you go out for a Christmas party, you get a budget sometimes and then you have to top it up. And the way they would do that is they would split it so that like the tops paid more, etc. But everyone at my firm is always tapping. And like senior people, even if they're not expensive, they'll get you a drink. People are just so nice. Mm. Like, and among friends too, I've had it where like if we're just out with each other and you can't necessarily expense, they'll be like, oh, I'll get this round, like you get the next. Everyone's quite chilled.
Okay, I guess it's a different culture because you can expense it.
Yeah, it's very different. If we couldn't expense anything and like I was just out with colleagues, let's say, I wouldn't be getting rounds. Like that's your business.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I'll be there getting my pros, you get your own thing. But yeah, that's techie. That's just so peak that he was in the room, like the poor guy, and now your whole team have seen it. Oh, I hate sharing screen.
Yeah, I know. I hate that as well. That is peak.
Yeah. Oh.
But you're also in the wrong though, so like I don't feel that bad for you.
I don't feel, well, actually I do, because why is your friend message? Do you know what? This is another pet peeve. We should do corporate pet peeves. But like, corporate pet peeve, when people message you things on Teams that like, I'm like, did that need to be said on Teams? Anyone can read Teams.
Yeah, I know. Anyone can read Teams. Like, let's keep it professional on Teams and let's kiki outside of Teams.
You know, like one of my colleagues will message me, check your WhatsApp. And then I know to check my WhatsApp. Like, don't message me inappropriate stuff on Teams.
No, I'll be in calls sometimes and like within my team, like in the team group chat on Teams, it'll be like, what a fucking idiot, blah, blah. And the thing is, I'm so scared of doing that because I'm like, I have this fear of like, imagine I put it in the real chat one day, in the actual meeting chat, and I look dumb, like I look rude. Yeah, that would be awful.
Yeah, God, do you know what? I've put my Teams on for this girl. When you go into settings, you can edit it so that it doesn't pop up with the message. It pops up with so-and-so sent you a message and it's hidden.
Oh, can you specialize it? Sorry, not specialize it. Like specify which chats do that and which chats don't.
No, it's on all chats. It's jarring because sometimes you want to know what someone said without opening the message because then they can see you've read it.
The thing is,
I would rather that.
But I like seeing the preview message because in case someone's messaging me some bullshit and I need a minute to breathe before opening it.
That's what I'm saying. That's the only thing about it. But what you can do is just go on Teams, make sure you're not on that chat and kind of see the preview in the front. A little bit of it. You can at least see the start of the sentence to know what they're asking for.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to lie, I've gotten to the point now where sometimes I just ignore people. Like if I'm not ready to answer you, I'm just going to air it and answer you in a bit.
Yeah, I've done that. Someone actually, I asked someone the other week, not even the other day, the other week for some information that their team holds. So I literally don't have it. And he responded this week, like literally like 2 weeks later. I was like, you're lucky I still need it. Like, luckily I do still need it. But I was so annoyed that I literally didn't respond for 2 days. No, it wasn't 2 days, but it was like 24 hours. Because I was just like, I'm annoyed it took you this long. Like, it wasn't difficult for you to find. And you could have just said like, yeah, like I don't have time at the moment, but I'll come back to it in 2 weeks or whatever.
Yeah.
Imagine I needed that tomorrow. Like, sometimes, most of the things I ask for, I need it immediately.
Urgent. We have the same thing. We have a team that holds all of our research data. And I hate the fact that to access it, I have to keep going to them. It's so silly. Like, surely there's something better in place. But
yeah, man. By the way, do you guys have an AI system at work where, like, you can, when you're report writing and stuff, it can enhance your writing, or you can ask it questions and stuff?
Yeah, we do. They created it because they didn't want people like putting our data into ChatGPT.
Yeah.
But I don't really use it, to be fair. I didn't find it that helpful. Do you?
No, we don't. But that's why I was asking, because Joanna's work has a version of this as well, and I was like, I see the value, because you shouldn't put everything into ChatGPT because it's your company data, and then now that's on the internet basically.
Yeah.
But I wasn't sure how like far rolled out it was being.
I just feel like I don't know who made them, but they write so ridiculously. Like, it would help me with my report writing in terms of like we have to describe the location, the property, etc. So if I could just put the properties in on this road in this country, this location, please write me a description. Fab, that would save me time. But the stuff it comes out with is so airy-fairy. I'm like, I don't write like that. That's embarrassing. I'd be embarrassed to put that into my report. Do you know what I mean?
Right, yeah. Like the trees were as green as...
Yeah. It's like, this place has so much cultural heritage. I don't care. Tell me what shops are nearby. Like, tell me the stuff that people actually care about in property. Do you know what I mean? But, yeah. So no, don't use it that much.
Yeah, okay. Shall we jump into this week's dilemma?
Let's do it.
So, I haven't seen this one yet. It says, "Hi girls, love you both and need your advice on a sticky situation at work, please.
Hit us with it.
There's someone on my team who just doesn't pull their weight. They miss deadlines, dodge responsibility, and somehow always have an excuse ready. The worst part, my manager doesn't seem to notice, or maybe doesn't want to. Meanwhile, I'm constantly picking up the slack and feeling more and more resentful. It's affecting my motivation and making me dread going in. I don't want to be a snitch, but I also can't keep carrying them because it's affecting my performance. How do I handle this without looking like I can't do my job or that I'm jealous? Thanks in advance. Please help me not lose my mind."
Lose my mind. This is, actually, I don't think I've ever experienced this. I think I've been really lucky in my teammates. / now I work by myself, so I don't have this issue. I don't know. I don't know if I would pull them to the side, pull your manager to the side. Like, if you're carrying the team and no one is acknowledging it, that's not a vibe. Like, that's going to make you angry. You don't want to go home and be moaning about work all the time. Like, that's not a vibe. So something has to be done. I think I'd pull your manager. And just be like, oh, but you also don't want to be like, oh, I'm struggling with workload. This person isn't pulling their weight, because you're going to look really bad.
I'm just thinking how I would deal with this. I don't know, because for me, I have weekly one-to-ones with my manager where I'm like catching her up on the work that I'm doing and stuff. But we also have timesheets. So if I am doing work that someone else should be doing, oh, fuck, I forgot to do my timesheet for the week. That just reminded me. Thank you.
Girl, we haven't discussed this. How are you getting on with those timesheets?
Girl, what am I supposed to put in a day that I've procrastinated?
How does it work? Like, how do you do? I've never seen these.
So
it's madness to me.
It's split across the projects that we're doing. So I'm on like 5 different projects, and I need to split my time of like Monday, what did I spend my time doing? Tuesday, yada yada. But it adds up to a different spreadsheet which has the allocated time. So based on the contract, like say a contract is 80K, that means you have 14 days on the contract or whatever
Yeah.
for you, and maybe 7 days for someone else, something like that. So as I'm tracking it, it's taking it away from the allocated days. So I need to not go over, because then that means that we've gone over budget.
That's insane, Mickey. That would cause me severe stress.
It causes me severe anxiety. I'm not joking. Sorry, that's an exaggeration. Not anxiety,
No,
but
yeah.
stress. It causes me severe stress because, like, sometimes things take me longer than expected, and I don't want to look like I'm like dumb. Sometimes I procrastinate, and how do I, if I can't account a project time for that, but then if I don't, it looks like I haven't done any work. So
that's the
what
thing.
do I put?
Honestly, I get so stressed at work about how slow I am. My manager will do the work that I do in like a quarter of the time.
Same.
And it just stresses me out. I'm like, how? So if I had to write it on paper and I could see the damage being done with my slowness.
Yeah, but my manager always says that, like, I have analysis paralysis and I need to work smarter, not harder. And like I need to use my network to just find out the answers instead of like researching it or whatever. But
I do the
like
same thing. Yeah.
I can't. Like I can and I do, but they give me a sentence. I need a paragraph. Like I'm gonna need to research more and spend more time on it. So it is really annoying. We can account for like 80% of our time is meant to be on projects, and then 20% on like meetings, conferences, whatever. But girl,
That's mental to me. Actually mad. Sorry, I took us off the dilemma, but wow.
yeah.
How you're hacking that. The stress. I couldn't. I told you, sorry, I'm taking us back there. I told you, innit? I can't remember if I told you on the pod about my colleague who I said, because I can't remember, they were basically saying that I lick ass and don't work hard. And I was like,
Wait,
please.
what?
Yeah, people love to joke with me because I am loved, like not even in a big-headed way, just because I get on with everyone. Like,
because everybody loves me. No,
because I
same.
put in a lot of effort with people.
No, same. I'm exactly the same.
Like,
yeah.
I remember things about everyone. I actually work hard to do this. I'm like, right, what did you tell me you were doing last weekend? How old is your kid? What would your kid be doing now? And I'll actually ask people.
That's really good. That's
like,
really
it's
good.
so important to make people feel, like you're actually thinking of them. Yeah. And so they were just taking the piss out of me and basically saying, oh, yeah, whatever, you don't work hard, you're always in the pub, ratata. And I was like, please, I may always be in the pub. That is true. But I work till like 12 o'clock to get my work done. I make up for the hours that I take.
Yeah.
I'm not always in the pub. Maybe like once every 2 weeks. I might take a half day. Or maybe once a month. But, so I was like, don't. I put in the shift. And then in front of my manager, he was like, I can't remember what we were debating. And he was like, yeah, but at least I don't have to stay up till 12 doing my job.
Oh,
and my manager was looking at me like, what? Why are you staying up? I was like, I could kill him right now.
I would have.
And I feel like this is probably how that girl felt when her friend messaged her that on Teams. Like, sometimes just...
Zip it.
I was literally at my manager, don't know what he's talking about.
No, I hate that. I get this same thing of like people at my company, because my team and another team is predominantly the teams that travel. Other teams don't really travel. And people see me in like, and even like friends and stuff will see. The thing is, I am very blessed. So I'm not trying to diminish that. But people, like, there was someone that was interviewing for a role in my team, and he was like, oh, I like traveling's quite good, isn't it? Blah, blah. I was like, yeah, it's amazing. But I'm working on the plane. I'm working at night. I'm working in between. Like, I'm having to do the maddest overtime and sleep. I literally in Thailand, like I slept like 3 hours, part of jet lag as well, but I just also had so much to do. Like it's not, I feel like people really don't see everything, and they think that it's a lot easier than it is. But how dare you bring that up in front of other people, let alone your manager?
I was like, Please. And don't get me wrong, it's for my moral compass. Like, I'm being paid to do a job, right? So I'll always make sure my job is done on time. If I take like a cheeky bit of time back here and go out with colleagues or go out with clients, I'll always give it back. But I was just like, please, not in public, shush.
Also, like, so what? Is the job getting done? Yes. So why is everyone crying?
Yeah, no, my manager does not believe in overtime. Like, he works so quickly, he just doesn't need to work overtime.
Well, that comes with experience, though. Like, we'll get there.
It does, girl. But to this person, it is what it is. No, wait, which one was this? I'm thinking about the dumb bitch.
No, to this person.
What happened to this person?
What should they do? We didn't even give a solution. I was saying that I would, in my one-to-one meetings with my manager.
Yes.
We really went away from that. I would bring up like, oh, this is what I'm working on, and I'm having to do. I would say I'm having to do this because X person didn't have enough time to do it. Just bring it up.
Yeah, that's a good shout. Don't bring it up in a way that's like they're not pulling their weight. Just be like, oh, I've been working on this project. Just make it really clear what parts of the project you've worked on. Just be like, yeah, I've done this, this, and this. Oh, I was going to try, I think I was meant to be working with so-and-so, but I don't think they've had a lot of time to... But that's so backhanded. I do that a lot. I dog people in, but like...
I actually... Quietly. The thing is, I actually just tell my manager. I'll just say it. But that's because I know, like, she's on my side. And I know she's reasonable. I feel safe going to her, but I know that's not the case for everyone. So you don't want to come across as a complainer. But yeah, if you're worried about that, then just try and slide it in a sense of like, tell them this is what you're doing and that it is that other person's responsibility and that you've stepped in to support. And then go from there.
Yeah, I agree. Good luck. That's really annoying.
Yeah.
Do we have time for another dilemma, or should we jump into our poll?
Let's jump into our poll, I think.
Let's do it. Okay, so guys, this week we asked if your company offered a 3-month unpaid sabbatical, would you take it? The answers were without a doubt or no, I don't want to break from my career. Let's have a chat, love. What would you do?
This came up because I found out that one of my friends, a friend of a friend is taking sabbatical, but it's paid. Sorry, it's unpaid, but they're guaranteed their job when they come back. And I was thinking, and like my friend was saying, like that they were so like envious of him and like wish that they had the option to do that. And I was thinking, my company doesn't offer that. But I was thinking, if I did have the option to do that, like if they did offer that, would I do it? Because I love my traveling. I love me some sunshine. Get me on a beach, a little ocean, a little swimming. But like, yes, would I actually want to take a sabbatical? And for me, fuck no, absolutely not. Like, I feel like strike while the iron's hot. Like, I want to. I'm in my working bag.
I actually can't believe, Maggie. I just feel like you are such a working woman. It's madness. Imagine you're putting work before travel. That is insane. Old Maggie would have been like, no, I'll travel and work. Like, I'm calm, or I'll travel, work and wait. Insane.
I've been poisoned. I've been struck by the corporate bag.
No, I just feel like you found your place and you're like you're on your grind and you don't want to stop.
Yeah, do you know what it is? It's like, first of all, I don't want to not get paid for 3 months. Like, when I travel, I don't skimp out. I treat myself. Like, I'm not eating Indomie noodles every day. Like, I'm eating proper meals. So that's the one about my traveling habit anyways. The two is that I'm in the mood to work right now. Like, I feel tired, but I don't feel exhausted. It's like temporary tiredness, not actual like exhaustion or burnout. So I'm actually fine. And then 3, if we dig deep, I actually think that I'm insecure of stepping out for 3 months because I feel like I might not have the relevance when I come back, and like maybe I'll like lose the momentum. And because I feel like I'm very blessed to be in my position, and I know it's been like lots of very little things that have put me in this situation, and I wouldn't want to fuck with that chakra.
I feel like you are on a roll. Like you're just go, 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 and you don't want to stop. Yeah. Just in case it doesn't keep going on that wavelength when you get back. I hear it.
Also, like, imagine like you step off. Like, this is another thing. Imagine I step off and I realize, do you know what? I just want to open up a little shack on the beach, like, and I lose the corporate drive. You know, like I've got it right now, and for as long as I have it, I'll keep going.
Mate, I take a 2-week holiday and I lose the corporate drive, and I'm like, I could see myself. I had a month off at Christmas, and I was like, I could easily do this life.
Yeah, because everything we do is a bubble. School is a bubble. Uni is a bubble. As soon as you burst the bubble and you see what's outside of it, or like you start reevaluating. And I think ignorance is bliss. And I 100%. Quite like my ignorance at the moment of the working world.
The one thing I've deeped though is like having that at-home life or travel life for me, because I rely so heavily on my family and that is my support system. I only enjoy it so much because my sisters are always off too, because most of them are teachers. So like Christmas was elite because everyone was off. I always had someone to do something with. Whereas if everyone's moving on with their life and working and climbing the ladder, and not in the nicest way possible, you're not achieving anything in that sense. Maybe you're achieving it elsewhere in your life and that's good for you. But that, to me, that would hit me hard.
Yeah, I mean, I literally, every time I travel, I meet so many solo travelers who have done that. They're either on sabbatical or they're just on their gap years or whatever it might be. And I don't for a second wish I could swap places with them, because I love the way they travel, because it's a much slow pace, like very relaxed. Like you can tell that they're just in their own. And I think that's really beautiful. But it's not something that I want to do, like, at all.
Yeah, I feel like I missed a trick. I should have done a gap year after uni.
We couldn't, because I wanted to do a gap year after uni, but it was COVID, so we couldn't.
Yeah, missed a trick. I definitely need at least 6 months of traveling at some point in my life, but now is not it. I'm with you. Like, I have just started my career. I'm on a roll. I'm flying. I've built such good relationships. People can tell that I work hard. I have grind, etc. And I feel I'm the same as you. If I just park, that same spot might not be there when I get back. Yeah. Right now, I'm needed. Like, I am vital. Not being big-headed, but I am vital to my team because of the current size, the workload, etc. In 6 months, that can all be flipped on its head.
Everything changes so fast. Like, anything. Yeah. This is why, oh my God, I'm steeping. This is how women must feel when they're choosing whether to have kids or not.
Sis, I think about this all the time, you know. Like, you have to time maternity leave so well. You can't just have a baby for fun by accident.
Oh my God. Gosh, that's terrible.
It's madness. And you're taking a whole year out. Imagine how much changes in a year. Crazy.
That's scary.
I've been thinking about this lately because, Billy wants kids at 30. I'm not that precious. He wants them young because he wants to be a super active parent. Me personally, I'll put you in a club and you'll be fine. Do you know what I mean? Sometimes independence. Yeah, independence. That's what we're vibing with here, yeah? But I'm like entertaining the idea of traveling or like moving abroad in 5 years' time. But that's at the time you want kids. So I can't start a new job and then have a child. Like, there's so much to think about when you think about having children.
It's so hard.
Or even moving roles. Like, I think about this a lot too. I'm totally pivoting. But I love my team. I love my role. I could see myself doing this role for literally my whole life. Like, it just suits me to a T. But I do think about, do you know when you want to change career path or pivot, and it's like you're climbing this ladder right now, you get to the top, but then if you pivot, you don't have the same skill set. And in my head, I'm thinking like, let's say I want to move to Australia. Now would be the time, whilst I'm at the start of my career, rather than peaking, then transitioning and not knowing shit. Life is actually really hard. It relates to this because I think once you're on the ladder, you just don't want to get off.
Yeah, I do think there's someone in my company, and I think she's a director now actually. Like she's really high up, and she worked with us for a while, and then she took maternity leave. She moved to Australia.
No way.
Yeah, and she took a sabbatical. I think she was off for a while, like 6 months or something like that.
Mm.
And then she moved to South Africa,
Wow.
and she's come back as a director. So I do think that it is possible if you build and nourish those relationships and your
Yeah.
network and really make sure that. But that's what I'm saying. We're too young for that. Like I've got 4 years of repertoire. People have, like, I'm talking about people having like over a decade of repertoire. Like
Yeah.
it's not the time. I also feel like with I don't know, there's also never a right time to make these big life changes. Like
No.
there's always going to be a slightly inconvenient time. Um and that is scary. But
So I put my
it'll
leg
think
up, my pajamas are just.
I do think things just work itself out, and whatever gets thrown at you, you'll just figure it out. If you move to
Yeah.
Australia and in 2 months, shit, you're pregnant, you'll figure it out. Like you'll actually just figure it out, and now you have an Australian baby. Like that's
That's so dope. I'm so dead. Yeah, imagine that. Cheeky dual citizenship. No, it is mad, but I'm with you. I wouldn't do it, especially not right now.
I do think though that maybe I don't have the like bug and the need, because I did get to travel a lot in my first role, so
Yeah.
I felt like I kind of got those traveling experiences whilst working, and I was really lucky to do that. So maybe if I hadn't got that, if I had a job where I was going into the office 9 to 5, 3 or 5 days a week, maybe I would feel very different about it.
That's literally me. That is like, I haven't traveled. And most of the traveling I do, because the people around me want to go all inclusive, most of it is all inclusive. And I definitely want to travel. Like, Bali was the most amazing trip ever. But I just feel like for me, I need to prioritize. And sometimes you need to make sacrifices to live the
Yeah, but
life you
you've
want to live.
100%, because you didn't travel, but you have a house. I
Yeah.
traveled a bit. I don't have a house. So like it's like, but that's not something that I wanted, whereas that
Yeah.
is something that you wanted. So you just have to do what's best for you. Like,
Yeah. Everyone has their priorities.
yeah.
Mine is being rich as early as possible. So I shall sacrifice enjoyment. Let's have a look at what the people said though. So the results of the poll were 78% of you lazy bitches. No, I'm joking. 78% said without a doubt. Wow. No one says insecure as us. They were right to step off the ladder.
Listen, I've said it before and I'll say it again. We're not a relatable podcast, I'll tell you that.
Where are the type A's at? Or maybe you're just confident ass type A's and you're like, yeah, I'll come back, I'll still be there.
Yeah.
And only 22% said, no, I don't want to break from my career.
Interesting.
Yeah. Let's have a chat through the results.
Yeah.
What do people actually say?
Okay, so someone said,
oh, we asked, sorry, for context, we asked why, and if yes, what would you do with the time?
so someone said, get a good night's sleep.
I hear it.
I hear it too.
The other day I read that if you don't get your full night's sleep, it literally, and I didn't know this, there's like a percentage that it delays your muscle growth. And I was like, a bitch has been going to the gym loads, and obviously I'm not getting muscly because I don't sleep.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah,
Sleep is
that
important.
it also like impacts your gut microbiome and like how the hunger signals are sent the next day or stuff like that. It's mad. But I was like yesterday actually, it was because I'm trying to go to the gym 3 times a week, and
Love
yesterday
that.
was my 3rd day.
Well done, girl.
And I got up and I was like, I'm fucking tired. Like,
It's
I'm tired of this
exhausting.
routine of waking up early to go to the gym and come back and make breakfast and shower and then work. Like, I'm just like fucking tired of it. Am I even strong yet? I don't know.
I hear you, girl. Absolute life. There's too much to bag into a day, let alone a month, a year. There's too much. It's too hard.
It's too hard. It's too hard.
So yeah, I really hear the good night sleep one. But do you know what else this makes me think of? It makes me think, no, you've got 3 months off. You can't do nothing with it. You have to have achieved something.
Oh my God, yeah.
This
Like,
is
what
the
are you
way
going
my
to achieve in
mind
those 3
works.
months?
If you're just at home, you can't just take a rest. You can't take sabbatical to rest.
No.
You need to be training for a marathon or traveling the world. Like, you need to come back with a story. This is the way my mind works. Got problems. Someone else said, I'm dead. Unpaid. Nah, need the money.
That's what we were saying. Like, I can't survive 3 months without getting paid.
No. And it's like, not only are you, let's say you're using it to travel, which I feel like most people would, let's say you're using the money to travel, you then dug in to your finances to travel and you've gone 3 months unpaid. Now you're poor. You were poor, but now you're poor.
No, you're poor. No, I've met people, and because I'm only there for 2 weeks or whatever, I'm like, I'm going to go on this excursion and I'm going to see that. And they're like, they can't because they have to budget. Imagine being on holiday and managing your finances.
Absolutely not.
Holidays are for tapping and dealing with the repercussions when you get home.
Amen. Yeah. Guys, we're with you.
Someone said, sadly not, but only because I fear I've missed the boat. I've got bills to pay now.
This is what I feel about taking a gap year at uni. That makes more sense to me. Because you're young, you're free. But even at uni, I was still on the wavelength. That I was like, I need to go. I don't think I've ever been in a period of my life where I felt like I could chill out. Damn.
Oh no.
Yeah. I feel like the people who are listening to our podcast, you're all really young. Like, you've not missed the boat. Missing the boat is when you have kids and they're in school. That's tough. But then you get 6 weeks, so.
No, 100%. Like, I see the sacrifices that my parents made and are still making because my brother's so young. And I'm like, yeah, gosh, if they didn't have kids, their lives would be so different. Or if they decided to have kids earlier or later or whatever, I feel like that's where you're like, But there's loads of content creators online these days who travel with their kids. That's a whole economy in itself.
Guys, I didn't think about... Guys, look, there's always a solution. Maggie's coming with the solutions today. You've never missed the boat. My mindset is just very one way of thinking. But, yeah. Do what you need to do, innit? Someone else said, still very early on in my career, want to earn a bit more before taking a break so I can enjoy. Very sensible. I agree.
Yeah. I know someone who travels a lot, but he's rich, honey. And he's way older than us. But he actually has money. And so when he travels in style. And I feel like that's I literally I watch his stories, I'm trying to be like this guy. Literally.
One day, girl, one day. Should we do one more? I've just seen the time. And Maggie's gotta go.
Oh yeah. So someone said that they would travel, baby.
Yeah. I think most people will travel. Most of the responses are traveling, going away. But yeah, guys, if you get the opportunity and you're not like us, you're not insecure, don't want to jump off the ladder of fear of not getting back on, then enjoy. But
enjoy.
For the rest of you type A kids that can't imagine anything other than working, well done. You're a victim of capitalism.
Exactly.
Have a fantastic week, everyone. Please continue to send your mistakes that you've made, your dilemmas, anything you want us to discuss into grownupsthepodcast@gmail.com or
DM us at grownupsthepodcast.
Bye.